Hi, I'm Sofia Bernardi, mindset and business coach supporting ambitious new and rising coaches to master their mindset, create an aligned and profitable strategy, and grow a six-figure business and beyond using the Rising Coach method. I built a $500,000 business by the age of 24, and in this podcast, I will teach you the psychology, strategy, and energetics to do the same. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Rising Coaches with Sofia Bernardi. I am so excited about this episode, guys, because I'm about to share with you one of my greatest client results ever, and that is my client just let me know last night on our mastermind call that in the last 3 weeks alone, she has generated over 77,000 Australian dollars. For context, she is in the UK, so I have converted this to Australian dollars because a lot of my audience are Australians, and if not, you can just convert that to US dollars or whatever your currency is and get the figure on that. But I always like to be transparent with the currencies. And my client made $77,000 in the last few weeks alone. This is exciting for so many reasons. For starters, we only just started working together a few weeks ago. To see the big shift that she has made in such a short period of time, because she has seriously gone all in with the strategy that I teach, the approach, she's leaning into the support, she's showing up and playing full out, just makes me so happy, because it really just affirms how much this process works for anyone that goes all into it. So that's one thing that I'm really excited about. But the other thing I'm super excited to share with you is just how easy she has made this seem. Now, I am by no means saying that what she has done is actually easy. I really believe that when things feel easy, it's due to a lot of hard work and continuous effort and commitment to mastery that's gone behind the scenes for typically years in order to generate results like this. So when I say easy, know that it is absolutely not by accident that she is here. This has been through a lot of intentionality and mastery. And I wanted in this episode to share with you 3 powerful tips that she has implemented and consistently implements that has allowed her to generate this kind of financial month. So here's the how. Number 1 is that she is ultra clear and specific on her messaging to present herself as a top 1% expert. This is very important for many reasons. 1, when you niche down and you're super clear on who you're targeting and who you do not want, that makes your life so much easier. When I tell you she is clear on her messaging, you are not going to believe how strict she is. She has a Facebook community where she has all of these requirements of things that her target audience need to be doing per week in their business for her to even accept them in her free group, because she does not want anyone that is not committed in any shape or form. So she's not just strict with who she onboards as her clients, but she's also strict who she even allows in her space in general. If that's not having a high standard and clear messaging, I don't know what is. What's also really important about this and why I wanted to share it is because her niche is helping coaches to show up as a top 1% expert. So therefore, she's only allowing top 1% people in her world. That is very nation specific, right? Because that's majority of people do not qualify to be in her space. So she's super strict on that. But she's also an embodiment of this, right? So she could be saying, oh yeah, I help you get clear on your messaging and be a top 1% expert, but then letting anyone into her space and having low standards and boundaries and things like that. But she's actually practicing what it is she preaches and teaches. And that is why she's so successful. And this makes her audience extremely high quality. Quantity can come and will come, but really what's most important here is the quality that she's got, and quality matters. And I thought that this would be really important to share with you, because if you have a smaller audience, you're just starting out, know that if you're super clear on your messaging and your niche, that you don't need quantity, you need quality. You can convert from a small amount of people when you know what you're doing and you're presenting yourself as a top 1% expert. So that's tip number 1 that I wanted to give you in how she's generated over 77,000 Australian dollars in the last few weeks alone. Number 2 is that her branding is on point, and she stands out loudly and proudly. Like, it's not some blend in the background kind of branding. I'm talking fluoro purple. Like, her background on her video is lit up with beautiful lights and colors. She dresses up matching with her branding. her marketing, her messaging, her graphics, her programs, everything has the same branding across it, and it makes her stand out. Like, she goes next level with this whole top 1% expertise, right? And it's so, so powerful. So super proud of her for that. Like, everyone's compliment on the mastermind calls when she jumps on the calls, like, wow, your background is amazing. You can tell her personality, her style, and everything about her just from looking visually at her videos. And everyone in my mastermind just absolutely adores her and loves her because she's just in alignment in all of the ways. And that's where quote unquote unexplainable results happen. And then number 3, she focuses on what matters most. Now, this is going to be the one that I hope really grabs you the most. So she doesn't focus on anything that isn't essential to growing her business. She's not sitting there doing all of the strategies, hanging out in all of the places, being everywhere, doing everything at once. She's actually doing very few things, but doing it extremely well and delegating where need to and leaning on support where need to. And so for context, the program that she sold people into that has generated over $77,000 was on a Google Doc. It was like on an Evernote document, to be more accurate, actually. An Evernote document. There was no website, there was no sales page, no fancy nothing. It was literally an Evernote document, right? And she just had the link to buy on there. So for all you coaches listening to this right now, thinking you need a website, you need business cards, you need everything set up, you need everything perfect, you need everything all done, you don't. You need to focus on what actually matters and get really, really good at that. So what she has focused on in particular, and what I've guided her to focus on, is her messaging, right? Her consistency, her content, the simplicity, the mastery, the over delivery, right? That's what you need to be focused on. She's so focused on giving to her audience, giving to her clients. She treats her audience like paid clients. Obviously, her paid clients get the real proximity and depth and how to and implementation and support, but she still treats her audience like with so much detachment of just giving. That's why she qualifies them so much. It could be so easy to just not do that. She shut down a previous Facebook group she had with thousands of people because they weren't her right people, and she started again. And she didn't have an ego of like, oh, I'd rather have a group with thousands of people because that looks cooler. She's like, no, I want the right people and I'd rather start again and go again. And this won't necessarily be relevant for everyone, but it's just to make a note that, like, focus on what matters. You don't need this large following. You don't need to have everything set up. You don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to have a website in order to make money. You need to care. You need to go all in. You need to show up. You need to add value. If you add more value and get yourself seen from others, people will buy from you. That is my message for you today. I hope this episode has really helped you to see what is truly possible when you go all in on one simple aligned approach. If you would like my support when it comes to working with me, you can book a free clarity call in the link in the show notes or the description so that we can chat, because I would love to show you what is truly possible when I have a look at the inside of your business, see what you're struggling with, see what it is you want, where you want to go, and we can come up with an action plan. And then if you want my support with it, we can get you to these results as well. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. If you thoroughly enjoyed this episode, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could take a moment to hit that subscribe button. Your support fuels our mission to bring you even more valuable content every week. It truly means the world to me. My promise to you is that if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, I'll continue making incredible episodes such as this every week to help you to grow and scale your coaching business. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode.